It's okay if you don't like me. Not everyone has good taste. Hey there, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So what are we looking at today with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? More of that sideways action. But hey, you know what? We should take this as a stroke of good luck, right? It's going to give us a little more time to go ahead and accumulate Bitcoin here around $10,000. Not that I'm giving anyone any financial advice and telling you what to do with your money. But we've seen before that when we have a sideways action, the price breaks out pretty violently. Me personally, I got my fingers crossed. I'm hoping for the upside, right? We keep talking about how Bitcoin is going to be part of the future, how there's a revolution going on, how the dollar bill's not working, how there's housing crisis, inflationary bubbles, stock markets coming down, currency wars, you name it. There's a problem with it. There's always a reason why Bitcoin's price should be going up. There's always a reason on why we're going to be continuing to move forward with a digital currency that needs to be decentralized and why it's a better form of money than any fiat currency out there. All right, you guys. We don't have my co-host Sammy here tonight. I am very sorry about that. I know. Sucks. But of course, I'm going to get out here. I'm going to keep doing the best job I can do. We're going to continue to talk about Bitcoin. We're going to continue to try to spread some awareness. As always, go ahead, pile up your questions in the chat. I'll go ahead. I'll take a look at that. I'll see what I can do about bringing your guys' voice to air. The more we talk about Bitcoin, the more we answer questions, the better it is to avoid scams, the better it is to help spread education and awareness about how this decentralized digital peer-to-peer currency is revolutionizing the world. I mean, there's a reason that we see all of these large corporations now starting to want to get in on it, right? We've seen Facebook come at us with their Libra. We're seeing Binance try to get into the game. We keep hearing about, MasterCard and Visa wanting to put a cryptocurrency team together. There's going to be this Chinese state-backed currency coming out the pipeline along with an Iranian one. We've already seen Venezuela dip their toe in the water a bit with the petro. Eventually, something's going to take off. Eventually, something's going to catch hold. What I'm starting to see is a little bit more of a problem is the fact that it's waking up the governments. It's waking up regulations. It's shaking them. And it's telling them, hey, cryptocurrency is here and it's going to become part of the future. So what are you guys going to do about it? How are we going to get this under control? We can't just have people out there, because the big one they've been throwing around lately is money laundering. Right. But it's also more of a sense that it gives people these personal freedoms, because as you've seen in the video that I uploaded last night, there's the dark web, there's the dark markets. It's expanding people's freedom to be able to choose what they want to put into their bodies, or also help to facilitate financial crimes, which are pretty much against these big corporations, not necessarily so much against a person-to-person individual basis. Not that stealing your identity doesn't hurt you, but corporation or credit card companies and all of that usually end up taking the brunt of it and are protected by credit card protection and all of that. It's just the future is getting to be a little up in the air, right? Where are we going to go with these cryptocurrencies? What is the future going to be like? How is privacy going to be? All right, let me stop. Let me take a moment. Let me pop in on the chat. Let's see what we got going on. If you're out there lurking in the dark, let us know that you're here. Let us know what you think about cryptocurrency. And I guess if we take a page out of Ivan on textbook, how you drinking your coffee? Because I take mine with cream and sugar. I don't think life needs to be all that bitter. All right, what do we got here? We got at Bitcoin Jake. Hey, buddy. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. It means a lot to me to know that you guys are getting out here. Hey, I'm trying my best to get out here. That's why I'm always telling you guys to hit that thumbs up button. Ooh, got some ants crawling on me. Got to hit that thumbs up button. It helps out the channel around here, puts us in that side column for everybody else to be able to find us on their YouTubes at add subscriber, because, hey, right now it's saying we're down 19 subscribers in the last 30 days. That's not very awesome, but we're still trucking along. We're still continuing to fight the good fight. The revolution can look down at times, but in the end, the revolutionary usually wins. All right, let me see. What do we got? We've been going for 5 minutes. We don't have anybody in the chat. All right, let's see. Well, I thought one of the things we'd talk about is we've seen episode 3 from Bitcoin and Friends come out. I love cartoons. You guys know that. So it was nice seeing the episode be able to make it. The Loom Network, right, apparently sponsored it. They had a nice little introduction there in the beginning. Mixed feelings about the episode, though, right? Showing Litecoin, right? And Charlie Lee being possessed by an alien and possibly as an alternative to distract from Bitcoin. I mean, at least that was my take on the situation. If you got a different opinion, please let me know in the chat or the comments if you're writing later on or if you're watching later on. I also, Metallic trying real hard there to get Ethereum up off the ground and it not working. The Dread Pirates Robert there from the Silk Road and Bitcoin's contribute, right? And that's one of the things we've been talking about with our dark web episodes, that these dark markets and some of the dark web illicit activities wouldn't be able to happen without cryptocurrencies, and how cryptocurrencies not only are expanding your financial freedoms, that through the anonymity of some of these Tor browsers and P2P or I2P, you can increase your personal freedoms, I guess, some of these things that have been taken away from you by state and government. Wow, apparently we got somebody practicing with their gun down the road here, it sounds like. All right. Well, apparently we still have no comments in the chat. Yeah, this is Sunday, so there's not a lot of news out there that's new. It's pretty much week in review, right? I always like it better when Samantha's here. She helps slow me down a little bit. Maybe if I drink some more of this coffee. Well, we got the government, and they're going to be blacklisting Bitcoin addresses, right? We just got that they recently added 11 more Bitcoin addresses and one Litecoin address to it. This is an ever-growing list, right? We see this coming out from the Treasury's Office of Foreign Asset Controls. They're saying that these addresses belong to a Chinese drug kingpin, right? That he was using some of this dark web Tor technology to be able to sell drugs and launder money. Well, I mean, what do we got? We got like $4.3 billion so far being funneled into crypto crimes in 2019, this year alone. So yeah, I mean, as the cryptocurrency market continues to grow, as the struggles of finances become harder and harder and people become more desperate, you're going to see them wanting to turn to the newest technologies that provide them, the freedoms they deserve, right? And they're going to turn around, they're going to use it against the system and try to get theirs, right? That's what human nature is. Everyone trying to get one up on themselves most of the time. A lot of people don't necessarily put the bigger cause ahead of themselves. I don't know. I don't find it so hard. I see that Bitcoin is the revolution. I see the big picture here about how we can change the world and all we have to do is educate. I see that today's price is not of importance and that right now it's about education and educating the public, because once we educate others and we educate the public, that the price will become astronomical if you want to look at it in a fiat sense. I just want to get to the point where it empowers everybody, right? Where we are not oppressed by, I mean, what was the one that we seen here this week? Fidelity not taking, or BitPay turning back the cryptocurrency, $100,000 transaction for the Amazon, right? There shouldn't be censorship when it comes to these things. I mean, yes, people say that it's good because it protects and, prevents terrorists from getting funds and all of this, but at the same time, it stifles. Taking abilities away from everyone to prevent a small few from having the access is never the answer, right? Let's just stop everybody from flying on airplanes because a few people want to use them against us, right? These are the things that we're talking about, like that kind of a concept. I don't buy into it. I think that we can find a way where if you stop oppressing people and telling them what they have to do and what they don't have to do, that there's a way for everyone to be able to coexist, right? We can find a way to coexist with each other without everyone having to one up on each other. I think cryptocurrency will lead us there. But hey, I could be off in fairy tale land. I could just be dreaming a dream of a better future. I know I'm probably not going to live to see it, but I at least as I get closer to 40 here, at least I'm going to be in the good fight, right? I'm going to be part of the revolution. I'm going to keep trying to educate people in the ways of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. I'm going to keep trying to continue my education on how to keep my privacy private and how to amass as much Bitcoin as I possibly can so that I'll hopefully be able to break some of these shackles and chains that are put on me by the powers that be, keeping me plugged into that 9 to 5 and debt-based slavery that exists for all of us. And I'm just rambling on and ranting, right? Well, I see that you're out here, Bitcoin Jake, but do you got anything that you want to ask? I haven't seen you in a while. It is nice to see you coming by the channel. Did you hit the thumbs up button? I see the new interface here. Samantha said that you can see how many people were watching. I don't see that here. Well, I hope somebody's watching. I hope I'm not out here and doing that thing where I rant about this magical internet money while I sit in the woods at the compound. I don't know. I mean, we're going to see more of this as cryptocurrency comes into fruition and the market cap grows and adoption grows and the technology gets better and we get a proof of stake solution where people are able to make a passive form of income and we can get people paid in gaming and all of that. We're going to see the regulation come pouring in. And as we see the regulation come pouring in, it's going to stifle the ideals of, cryptocurrencies and altcoins and ICOs and all of those kinds of things. So it is good to be here now. It is good to start trying to collect these things that they're telling us that they can't. All right, Vengeance made it to the group. I'm here. You can't start now. I've been going for a little bit already, my man. I made an auto bet box for Epic Dice on Steam. Made 100 Steam today with it so far. Nice. See, I didn't learn the code. Just been busy coding. I learned repair. I don't know. I've always been better at fixing stuff that's broken, I guess. Everyone has their skills. Samantha was off to work today and the son was off hanging out with his friends. So I was sitting around watching documentaries on YouTube about privacy and Ed Snowden and all that. So I guess it has me a little worked up a bit, to see that they kill people over metadata, right? Send in the drone, blow them up. We got the metadata that says that he's a terrorist. I coded at Python, learned Python in 3 days. Nice. I started learning some Python at 1.2, and then I think time got away from me. I didn't get back to it. It's still on the list of many things to do. Maybe when I can stop working so much. So, I mean, I didn't really have a ton of news. If there was anything specific you guys want to talk about, from this week in crypto, of course, I'm open for discussion. If you had any questions. Besides all that, I just wanted to make another effort to make sure I got out here once a day. I'd like to make myself available. I like to let you guys know that, I am here for the free help desk. I am here for the new people that are lurking in the dark, and that there is a revolution and that you're not alone in this, that when you're holding cryptocurrency and you're going through the day and that the struggle's real, right? Then you think this stuff sucks and you're telling yourself, hey, at least I got some Bitcoin. Hey, at least I know. I feel you, man. I know too. I think the same thing when I'm out there, doing what I do for a paycheck on occasion. I think to myself, hey, I got Bitcoin. It's going to be different someday. It's going to change. It's not going to be like this. I just want you guys to stick with these feelings. So as we move sideways and you think about getting out of the game, you get bored, you get frustrated, just know that there's better days ahead, right? And that it's about the long haul and perseverance of the whole situation, and that those who suffer will be rewarded, right? That's pretty much what we really go with. If you're capable of holding on to your Bitcoin and dealing with the speeded up high school drama that you have to deal with on the day in and day out basis as you try to stay currently educated on your investment because you love this ideal of a digital currency, to not let it fudge you out and to know that you're smart enough to be here for the long haul. You missed your R Bitcoin video yesterday. Just too busy. Gold is up, what, $30? Yeah, I seen that too. Me too. I played the coding inventions type, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess it is that whole generational thing. I think that gold's awesome too. Don't get me down. It's just I'd rather have Bitcoin over gold. And then I guess, if you're going with that whole doomsday prepper stuff and it's the end of the world, I don't want either. Nobody's going to want gold or Bitcoin. They're going to want alcohol and toilet paper and cigarettes and bullets, right? So I got those. I got Bitcoin. I don't have any gold. See where we end up in the end. You guys can join me for the journey. You just got to hit that subscribe button. You hit the like button if you like the video. You share it out if you think that we're doing something around here that's worth watching, because we're trying to spread the message of Bitcoin awareness, right? We keep talking about it. That's all we have to do is we do a telethon. We get out here. We keep telling everyone. Eventually, they'll pick up on some part of it, because that's what's great about Bitcoin is that there's something great about it for everyone. Some key feature of it that sparks your interest, gets you going, makes you want to dig into it deeper. And then once you start unraveling the big string of money and finances and what the world is and why your credit score never really seems to get any better, then you start getting the education, right? I say it all the time. I didn't realize what money was until I actually had the opportunity to be completely out of the dollar and into Bitcoin and barely have my weekly paycheck in cash. All right, you guys. Well, I got 17 and a half minutes, it looks like. If there's nothing you guys want to go ahead and put down there in the comments and the chat area for me to talk about, hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. I think Samantha said that she was off on Wednesday and Thursday this week, so look for early episodes on those days. It would be me out here possibly on Monday and Tuesday. We'll have to get some people to come join me for a dark web interview, right? Because we've been doing screen share interview. If you want to interview with me and talk about your thoughts on the dark web, the dark markets, if you're pro, if you're con, what your thoughts are, you got to hit me up, because I'm reaching out for that one. I'm also reaching out if you want to have an interview about Bitcoin. I love doing interviews about Bitcoin. Let me know what got you into Bitcoin, what keeps you interested in Bitcoin, how you handled the bear market, and why you didn't, go jump off a building or whatever because you took so much of a loss on your altcoins. Besides all that, Paul Rouleau, good evening, my man. I was wondering where you were. I'm glad you could make it, my friend. But we are wrapping up this episode. Nothing great this episode. Samantha wasn't able to make it. But of course, doing my duty, doing my job, getting out here, spreading that awareness, answering questions if anybody had any, right? That's something you can always look forward to. Just hit the notification bell, and you know that almost on a daily basis there'll be somebody out here that you can ask a question about Bitcoin live on the internet. Where else are you going to find that? All right, you guys. So I got those links down below that'll take you over to Twitter, or it'll take you over to Facebook. You can follow me on those social media platforms in case something ever happens here on YouTube. There's also a couple of email addresses down there below. If you want to shoot me an email, ask me a question, hit me up for that interview, or you can direct message me on either one of the other social media platforms. I'd like to hear from you. I'd like to get some help around here. I'd like to get the ball rolling. You guys know me. I like to stay in motion. I like to keep fighting the good fight. And of course, the more the merrier, right? All right. I don't see any more questions down here. Kind of lucky in that I'm a maximalist, so I didn't lose as much during the 2018 crash. Bingo. Right there with you, my man. And with that note, remember to keep that BTC safe, you guys. Later.